When Evelyn begged her son's girlfriend to stop cutting her hair, no one understood why, until the millionaire himself walked in, and the truth left everyone frozen in shock. But before I tell you what happened next, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel, The Kindness Chronicles, for more true, heart-touching stories. Now, let's begin. Evelyn Carson was the kind of woman people instantly admired. At 61, she carried herself with grace, always polite, always smiling. She'd raised her son Daniel single-handedly after her husband's death. And now, Daniel Carson was one of the most successful young entrepreneurs in all of California, the founder of a multi-million-dollar tech company, with homes in Los Angeles, Miami, and even a penthouse in New York. But to Evelyn, Daniel was still her little boy, the one she'd stayed up nights worrying about, the one she'd packed lunches for, the one she'd prayed for every single morning. When Daniel first introduced his girlfriend, Lena Parker, Evelyn thought she seemed perfect. Lena was 26, beautiful, warm, soft-spoken. She ran a small hair salon in town, humble yet thriving. Evelyn saw the way Daniel looked at her, like he'd finally found the one person who grounded him. Everything seemed perfect, until that afternoon in the salon. It was a bright Saturday morning. Evelyn had decided to visit Lena's salon unannounced. She said she wanted a haircut. Lena smiled and welcomed her warmly. "Mrs. Carson. What a surprise. Come, sit. What kind of cut are we doing today?" Evelyn smiled back, taking a seat by the big mirror. "Oh, nothing fancy, dear. Just a little trim." But as the scissors began to move, Evelyn noticed something that made her chest tighten. Lena's hands trembled. She wasn't the same calm, steady stylist Evelyn had seen before. Her eyes darted toward the window, her breathing uneven. And her once glossy brown hair, the one Daniel used to adore, was shorter, uneven, almost like she'd cut it herself in distress. Evelyn frowned softly. "Lena, are you all right, dear?" Lena froze mid-cut. Yes, of course." "Why?" But Evelyn wasn't convinced. After the haircut, Evelyn decided to stop by the salon again the next day, this time pretending she'd forgotten her scarf. When she walked in, what she saw made her heart skip a beat. Lena stood by the mirror, cutting her own hair, piece by piece, whispering something to herself. Her reflection looked hollow, her eyes red as if she'd been crying for hours. Evelyn gasped. "Lena! Stop, what are you doing?" The young woman dropped the scissors, startled. "Mrs. Carson. I didn't hear you come in." Evelyn stepped closer, voice trembling. "You're hurting yourself, sweetheart. Please, stop cutting your hair." But Lena shook her head. "It's just hair. It'll grow back." There was pain in her voice, deep, aching pain that had nothing to do with her hair. That evening, Evelyn called her son. "Daniel, I need to talk to you," she said, her tone heavy. "What's wrong, Mom?" he asked. "It's Lena," Evelyn said carefully. "I think something's not right. She's cutting her hair off, bit by bit. She looks pale, nervous, like she's afraid of something." Daniel sighed. "Mom, please. Lena's just under pressure, her salon's expanding, and she's been tired lately. Don't read too much into it." But Evelyn couldn't let it go. Something about Lena's eyes haunted her. That night, she couldn't sleep. She kept replaying the image of those trembling hands, the sound of scissors slicing through hair that once symbolized joy and pride. The next morning, Evelyn drove back to the salon, determined to talk. She found Lena sitting alone, her head bowed. Around her feet lay tufts of dark brown hair. "Lena," Evelyn whispered. The young woman looked up, her face pale as paper. "Mrs. Carson, please, don't tell Daniel." Evelyn's heart ached. "Honey, you need help. Please, let me call him. He loves you. He'll understand." But Lena shook her head violently. No. You don't understand, he can't know. Evelyn frowned. Why not? Tears filled Lena's eyes. Because, it's not about me. It's about his father. Evelyn froze. What do you mean? But before Lena could answer, the bell over the salon door chimed. A customer had entered. Lena wiped her tears and whispered, "Please, Mrs. Carson. Go. Don't say anything to Daniel yet." Evelyn left in confusion and dread. That night, she tried to piece it together. Daniel's father, Richard Carson, had died 25 years ago in what everyone called a car accident. But, there had always been rumors. Rumors that Richard had borrowed money from dangerous people. Rumors that he hadn't been alone the night he died. Could Lena somehow be connected to that? It didn't make sense. Still, Evelyn decided to visit Lena again the next day, one last time. This time, she didn't go alone. She asked her church friend Margaret to accompany her, in case things got strange. When they reached the salon, the sign read closed, though it was broad daylight. Evelyn peeked through the glass door. Inside, Lena was cutting a man's hair, an older man in a dark jacket. But something about him looked off. His posture was tense, his eyes cold. Evelyn's stomach twisted. Suddenly, the man grabbed Lena's wrist, hard. She flinched, nearly dropping the scissors. Without thinking, Evelyn pushed the door open. "Hey! What do you think you're doing?" The man turned, startled. "Stay out of this, lady." But before Evelyn could move, Lena screamed, "Mom, get out. Please, go." Evelyn froze. "Mom?" Lena's eyes widened. I didn't mean." The man hissed something under his breath, let go, and stormed out the back door. Evelyn rushed to Lena's side. "Who was that?" But Lena only shook her head, tears streaming down her face. "It's all my fault. I shouldn't have come here." Evelyn tried to comfort her. "Sweetheart, talk to me. Tell me what's going on." But Lena whispered something that made Evelyn's heart drop. "He's not gone, Mrs. Carson. Richard Carson isn't dead." Evelyn's breath caught. What are you saying?" Lena's voice trembled. "I don't mean it like that, he's alive in ways you can't imagine. Daniel doesn't know. That man, he's from the past. He's been threatening me. He said if I told anyone the truth about what really happened the night your husband died." She stopped, trembling. "What truth, Lena?" Before Lena could speak, the salon door flew open. It was Daniel. He looked around, confused, his eyes darting between his mother and his girlfriend. "What's going on here?" Lena froze. Evelyn turned to him slowly. "Daniel, there's something you need to know." But before she could say another word, Lena collapsed to the floor, unconscious. Daniel rushed forward, lifting her into his arms. "Lena. Baby, wake up." Evelyn knelt beside them, tears welling in her eyes. "She's been terrified, Daniel. Something's been tormenting her, something to do with your father." Daniel's face turned pale. "My father? Mom, that's impossible. Dad's." "I know what we were told," Evelyn said softly. "But Lena said someone's been threatening her. Someone connected to him." Daniel looked down at Lena's lifeless form, the scissors still clutched in her hand. A lock of hair fell across her face, stained with a single tear. And then, through his shock, Daniel noticed something, carved faintly into the handle of the scissors. R.C. His father's initials. Soft suspenseful music fades in. Narrator, somber. As Daniel stared at those initials, he realized this wasn't just about a haircut, it was about secrets buried decades ago, and a truth his family was never meant to uncover. But what was Lena hiding? What